I was quoted over £10,000 to run mains electricity to this garage. I've decided to see if I can install a solar system for a fraction of the price myself. I decided to start by installing the solar panels onto the garage roof. Before I bought anything, I spent quite a bit of time planning the system with ChatGPT to make sure everything would work together. After spending what felt like forever scrolling through Facebook Marketplace, I eventually came across two brand new 405-watt solar panels. They'd been left over from a domestic installation, so the homeowner was just looking to get rid of them. At just £40 per panel, they were an absolute bargain. Now, these would normally cost several times that, so it was one of those deals that was too good to pass up. With the panels sorted, I could finally get started on mounting them to the garage roof and beginning turning this pile of components into a working off-grid solar system. There was just one problem. They were a decent drive away and all I had available was my wife's car. I grabbed a tape measure, measured the boot, measured the panels, convinced myself they'd fit, and set off on the 146-mile round trip to collect them. Bollocks. They didn't fit. So after wasting quite a few hours, I had to borrow a friend's Ford Ranger and make the trip all over again after work a few days later. Not my finest moment. Eventually though, I got my shiny new panels home, ready to be mounted on the garage roof. One thing that had actually surprised me during the search was the cost for delivery. Buying used panels locally wasn't just cheaper, the delivery charges on new panels were often ridiculously expensive in a lot of cases. Shipping two panels cost more than the panels themselves. If you're ordering a full set of 12 for the house, that probably isn't a big deal, but when you only need two, it just felt like throwing money away. Anyway, with the panels finally home, I also picked up a DC isolator and the solar cable I'd need to run from the panels down to the charge controller. Thankfully, the installation itself went pretty smoothly, well, almost. Somewhere along the way I managed to lose one of the end clamps to the mounting rails. I spent the next 2 hours tearing the garage apart, checking every toolbox and questioning my sanity. As it turns out, it's been hiding in plain sight the whole time. Once I finally found it, the rest of the installation went without too much drama. Before long, the panels were securely mounted on the roof. Okay, so they're running from the top here and then into the garage. I've just run them under here, but I've clipped them here and here to stop the cables from rubbing against the metal. Okay, so it's not the best lighting in here at the moment, but as you can see, I've just run it in through the back, then run them across the top, just along the line. I've clipped it where I can, but you can't see it in amongst all this stuff, unfortunately. And then eventually, run along here, I've clipped it to the metal part of the garage. Then connected using MC4 connectors into the DC isolator. These are the supply running out. They're running then to my UPPT. Here you can see a picture of the panels actually mounted and in place. By next week, I'm hoping to have the batteries in place and running to the MPPT. So please follow along. Click subscribe if you haven't. I have 0 subscribers. I appreciate that my video skills and editing skills aren't great at the moment, but it's something I'm going to be slowly working on. I'll try and upload once every week on different projects, so I'd really appreciate it. Sometimes when I find myself in certain situations, I have to say to myself, Lind, don't be crazy. But my name's not Linda, so we'll get on that gravy train today. Choo choo, choo choo.